now. Hello everybody and welcome back to another episode of Tech Talk with Mark Edworthy, Tan, Hi Tran, and myself. Today we are going off of Tan. He has suggested a few things, so we're taking his lead on whatever it is that he's planned to do today. Like I've always said, if you're interested in joining the conversation, click on the link below. You're more than welcome. So with that, I'm handing it over to Tran.
Okay, so I mentioned in the chat room that I wanted to try, two things. So today was the first thing. Today was the Minds Town Hall session that Mark has attended this morning, and I've managed to peek in and out for a little bit. So let's have a chat about, get some opinion feedback, and what do we think about that. But before we do that, I want us to try this group watch party tool. The point of these watch party tools is that you can play a video on it and share with your group, and then the video will play synchronized on each of the participants, right? So it's all synchronized. So in normal Jitsi, when you share a video from your end, yours might play a few seconds before the rest of us, right? And with some tools like this, hopefully the video play will synchronize, and then we can better talk about it as we're watching, right? So this is only not for like movie watching, group movie watching, but also for video sharing in a group meeting, right?
All right.
So that's the idea. And so in the chat room, this first tool I found here is called Cost Me. I sent the link to the room that I created. Apparently that doesn't need you to sign up or sign in at all, so it's kind of anonymous, just like Jitsi. I hope. So let's try it out. You guys click on the link in the room, see if you can join it without having to sign in.
Click to launch.
Did it just be set? Okay, I see 2 anonymous unicorns just joined.
All right, so let me switch.
Okay, on there I have nothing.
Share.
Let me
switch.
Let me paste the Minds Town Hall video playback to the share. See. Roger, also check the streams again.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing right now.
Okay. Just pasted the Minds Town Hall post. Is it coming up on you guys' end?
Yeah, I can see it.
Cool. All right, I'm gonna start playing. Let's see if we can hear the synchronized audio.
If you don't mind, just telling people that this is going on. So yeah, we'll just run through a quick deck, but we like to leave most of the time for Q&A just to make sure we answer all your questions. So I'll just zoom through this, and yeah, we'll save most of the time for Q&A at the end.
Okay, I just paused it. Do you guys hear echo on your end?
I don't hear.
We were playing it because you were playing it loud and audio in the actual coverage.
Oh, I see. I'm hearing echo on my side, so it's probably only on the sharers.
Now, before you do that, let me try to mute my mic so that it only shows or hears that audio, because my OBS could be causing the audio too.
I see. Okay, let's try that.
So
you do it. Okay.
Let me get it.
So quick agenda. So we'll just, just quick intro. I'm going to hand it over to Ryan in a second just to talk a little bit about the product and some of the updates we've been making, and some of the feedback we've been listening to from some of the community.
Did you mute yourself?
Nick's going to talk a little bit about things we've been doing on the admin and customer support side and some of the improvements there. I'll talk a little bit about just some infrastructure stuff that we did in the last quarter to make mines work better.
Let me try to mute myself.
Yeah, lastly, just kind of talking about some of the community initiatives that Bashi has been working on, and myself, and just ways that you can communicate with mines in the future, and then we'll leave the rest for
All right, I muted myself.
Q&A. So,
Yeah, I'm having issues right now reaching.
Okay, what happened, guys?
I'm still on it. I'm just having issues with reaching my mic.
Click of echo on there, but that's
You heard an echo too?
yeah, that's probably
Okay, and then suddenly the browser shut down. Did you do anything, Roger?
No, I didn't.
Okay, I mean it might not be. Let's try one more. Might not be an ideal tool then.
How much have you reviewed this so far?
Sorry?
How far? How much experience have you had with this?
How much? Virtually nothing. I've just been playing around with it in the past day or so. I mean, right now in this guest room, all of us can control. This is basically a browser that is being shared through all the participants, and so anybody can click on anything. You're doing it right, Mark?
Yeah. Okay, so it's a remote desktop or something.
Yeah, it's like an embedded browser.
This is actually
if
pretty
you don't
cool.
mind, just telling people that this is going on. So yeah, we'll just run through a quick deck, but we like to leave most of the time for Q&A just to make sure we answer all your questions. So I'll just zoom through this, and yeah, we'll save most of the time for Q&A.
So everybody can hear the echo?
No,
Quick agenda. So we'll just just quick intro.
No, I don't.
I'm gonna hand it over to Ryan in a second. Just to talk a
okay.
little
Roger
bit
doesn't hear
about
the echo,
the
so
product.
it could be,
Yeah, I
could
don't.
be on your microphone.
I don't hear an echo at all.
What about Mark?
Oh, Mark.
Yeah.
Mark says
Mark,
he
you hear an echo?
Yeah.
Yeah. So Mark and I hear the echo of the replay. So it could be your OBS or your microphone capturing. You're not on. You're on speaker, right?
Right.
You're not on the headset. Okay.
Now
But did you mute yourself while this thing was playing?
the thing I was referring to was the actual computer hitting the freaking symbol down there for the speakers, and then going into my mic and muting it. But it's
no. I mean mute yourself on the Jitsi.
Yeah, I'm muted on the Jitsi.
Oh, I see. Okay.
I'm muted on the Jitsi.
You
Well, now
were,
I'm
right?
not, but
Right,
I was muted on the Jitsi, and I'm muted in OBS for the mic. So if it's coming from me, it's coming from my computer. And
Okay.
right now, I'm having issues.
What have you turned down your speaker volume a bit, just so that you
That's
can
the
only...
problem. I can't get into
Oh.
it for some reason. It's like not letting
Oh,
me.
I see.
It's not letting me open up the menu down on the bottom.
Yeah.
I can do the calendar and the time. I can do the new menu for Windows security and stuff like that.
Mm.
But for some,
Well, I was hoping if this works out well going forward, we can use this as a video sharing, right? Whenever we want to share a YouTube video and stuff like that. we can share on here so that everybody can watch it synchronized and be able to comment it on proper time.
What,
But if it doesn't work out with the echoing,
you can use what we already got. We can use Jitsi or Skype or platforms that we already used to do that.
well, on Jitsi, you mean?
Yeah.
Well, on Jitsi, the video sharing is just it's lagging for the other participants other than the sharer. Right?
Now let me look at these room settings too.
Okay.
Okay. Right there.
What's nice about this tool is that you don't have to sign up.
Now see, we don't need webcams and microphones on this platform, so that
Oh
can be,
yeah. Okay, try that. Try turning
so
that
that can be
microphone off.
disabled.
Yeah, you can do that. Try it. Do it.
Alright, so let's give it another try real quick. See what happens.
Okay.
And some of the updates we've been making, and some of the feedback we've been listening to from
That
some of
No
our
work?
echoing for
community.
me.
Nick's going to talk a little bit about things we've been doing on the admin and customer support side and some of the improvements there. I'll talk a little bit about just some infrastructure stuff that we did in the
Can
last
you mute
quarter to make
your
minds work better.
speaker for
And
a few
yeah,
seconds?
lastly, just
Roger?
kind of talking about some of the community initiatives that Bashi has been
Right
working
now,
on,
the best I can do is turn
and
the
myself,
audio down.
and just ways that you can communicate with minds.
Oh, what happened there? It just went off.
Yeah, I had nothing to
But,
do with that.
and we've demonstrated that I've got some concerns over this. With,
Okay. What is it?
Just review the terms of service agreement, and they don't determine what is a user.
What do you mean? They don't specify what is the user?
I know. Service users. I'm just first time I've read the terms of services, so I'm just going through that myself now.
Hold on, my Skype's open. That could be an issue too.
Okay.
Yeah, Skype. That's crazy.
Okay, let's scrutinize the terms of service.
There, go over the I concur. Let's scrutinize. That's your job, Mark. Let's
Yeah,
get
that's
to
right.
it, because you're the one that knows this stuff the best. So let's find out.
Oh, you don't have to share. Wait, you don't have to share the Cosme window on Jitsi because everybody can see it. Right?
Yeah, I know, but
Everybody can see it on their own. Now,
what that means.
you can share. You can share your Cosme window on your OBS stream, but you don't have to share it on Jitsi, right? Because all of us are able to load it. I wonder if that's causing the duplicate
No,
audio.
I could drop the Jitsi, but that means we'd have to sign in after we try it.
No. I mean, stop the sharing of the Cosme window on your Jitsi.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, but
Just put it on your stream. You know, capture it on your stream so the stream can see it.
Okay.
People on Jitsi don't have to see it.
Let me go to Cosme. Okay.
I'm gonna paste the stream again.
And bam. Okay. So do the stream again. See if you hear an echo.
Yep. Okay, is it loaded? As soon as it's loaded, somebody click play.
I thought you could. Aren't you supposed to do it? Okay. This is weird.
If you don't mind, just telling people that
Ah,
this is going on.
no echo. That was
so yeah,
the
we'll just
problem,
run through a
Roger.
quick
That
deck,
was the
but
problem.
we like to leave most of the time for Q&A just to make sure we
Bingo,
answer
we found the
all your
problem.
questions. So I'll just zoom through this, and yeah, we'll.
Okay, so is it good? So it was because you were sharing the Cosme window on Jitsi that everybody else is hearing double audio because it's playing on the Jitsi shared session as well as on our local,
Yeah. So,
right?
So the best thing that we do would be to you transfer everything on the window capture to.
Yeah. Yeah,
To-
you just capture it on your OBS stream, but you
Mhm.
don't need to share it on Jitsi.
Yeah.
Okay,
the-
so now we're ready to talk about we can use this tool to review the Minds Town Hall video and then comment on it.
okay.
But first, let's go. Let's let Mark. Uh, let's go through the terms of service on Cosme to see what
Yeah.
are what.
One more practical question. At the moment, apart from the occasional video that you play, and therefore you have a secondary platform to play, what's what will be the use case for this? So,
Group movie. Group movie what?
Movie night.
Movie night. Yep.
okay.
Movie night. Yep.
Man,
But yeah,
I can tell you're tired, man. Just from seeing it in your eyes, man, you are wiped.
We can make this tech talk session quick, right? We just review this tool, review Minds Town Hall, and we'll end.
I think we should play
So,
the town hall.
I think this has got a very limited use case in our situation.
I think the main use case is the watch party thing. I'm just trying to get us to use this for like a novel use case where we're sharing video on group on a live or on online meetings.
There
Right?
he is. He came back.
What happened?
He was
Mark,
having
did
a
you come
little.
back?
He's having a little difficulty there. He's back. We got him. Thank goodness.
You dropped out, Mark? What happened?
Yeah. It just died on me for a second.
It looks better actually when you went in and came back out. It kind of improved it. It's weird. It really is. It actually looks better. I think if you want to, we could go through and just watch the video and then have the commentary and everything.
Okay,
afterwards.
anybody? Yeah, let's do it. And anybody of us can. Or do you want to talk about like potential issue?
No.
This video's an hour and a half.
Is it an hour? Hour and a half?
It is.
He's already been there, so like.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I've got to review it again anyway, but later just to create my own post on this.
Poor guy.
So, which I was going to do tomorrow, which I am going to do tomorrow.
All right, so let's help you do your work here.
Yeah, let's get your feedback on it. I mean everything.
Yeah. Okay, we don't have to. Okay, let's any other highlights, any other shows that stood out for you, and then we can like fast forward into that to that time, right? For me, that the multi-tenant thing seems pretty interesting, right? And I was wondering if they were going to offer how they're gonna offer it as like is this like something that the pro subscribers will have access to, or it'll be a totally different feed.
You're gonna have to be a bit more specific on the actual thing you're talking about.
Well, you know that multi-tenant service where you can create your own. You basically create your own network of
Okay.
mines,
Yeah. Yeah.
and then you will have the choice of participating in the larger mines network, similar to what Mastodon is with Activity Pub,
Yeah.
where right. So you have a little mine. You'll have Roger Hansen's network, a mines network, with his own members, his own group of cohorts
Yeah, he's
interacting within that own network, but then you will be able to reach, be able to be publish all of that activities out into the entire mine network,
to the Fedverse
to,
is what it
to the
is.
to the mines Fediverse. So this is like this is a mines verse. I think that's what they would call it.
It's called the Mind's Pornography
Sorry, all
Corner.
terms
I'm gonna start posting shitloads of um, Pornhub, and see how many people will react.
Was it, like nobody was interested in. I was. Uh, uh, Nobody asked questions about that. Did they?
I just
Um,
it's still work in progress, isn't it? I've
well,
been
yeah,
following various GitLab tickets for over 2-3 months now, maybe
right,
longer
right.
on this.
But apparently, that's gonna be the major revenue drive for them.
As long as they can get enough customers.
Yeah, I just hope that
Excuse.
for sure it's gonna be a fee-based thing.
that's why they're wanting
I,
to charge $500 now for the plus or pro package instead of what they had before. I'd almost bet nobody in Plus gets that.
right, right. Even if it's pro, then it'll be a good thing. I just hope it doesn't get charged more than what pro membership is.
Yeah.
The electric nodes thing has been a concept that I've had since 2017, 2018.
Right.
They've
This is like the new incarnation of the node concept. Isn't
Yeah.
it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
They haven't done anything very much on it up till now, or up till the last couple of months. I did actually write up a GitLab ticket in relation to this today. What is it? Mine's number 4483, in which I stated that the developers.mines.com, the so-called mines document site, still states that still has got a section in it stating at this time it is not advisable to run mine's introduction. However, it is possible as long as you are aware of the risks. So I've opened up a GitLab ticket because that statement hasn't changed in several years now. So I opened up created a new GitLab ticket today saying, considering the upcoming network servers, node servers, this statement can be considered as being no longer relevant. So I suggested that they should amend that statement and also do a review of the developers.mines.com platform.
Sure.
Bring it in line with the planned services.
By the way, Roger, where are you streaming this? On Rumble?
I'm streaming it on Rumble, yeah.
Okay, I'm trying to find you on here. I'm not seeing.
I've got the streams posted in the chat room. You just gotta scroll
Oh,
up.
I see. Okay.
Or the stream, I should say. It'll take you straight to it if you click on it.
Okay, I see.
I've gotten sophisticated in my old age. I've learned to share. I've learned to share both the Jitsi and the Rumble link, just so people know.
Sophisticate in your old age.
It's from hanging out with smart people. Thanks.
Crap.
Th-
Interesting. Rumble. How come it's restricted? It says it's restricted.
Are you signed into a regular account?
I am signed into Rumble. That's what's interesting about it.
Yeah, I've got your face plastered right up on there, man. I mean, it's showing me right now, real time.
I'm not able to
signed
view
in?
the live stream. I'm signed in. Yes,
You're signed in, and you can't.
I'm signed in. Did you put anything special on this thing?
I've got you right here. You're giggling like a schoolgirl. Everything.
No, I mean, yeah, I don't care about the live stream itself. I'm just not able to access your
Oh,
live stream.
Are you hitting the Jitsi or are you hitting the live stream?
I'm trying to test your live stream on Rumble. I'm not able to view it. This is what I'm getting.
Yeah, screen share. Let me see.
I put the screenshot on the chat.
Okay. Let me see.
Mark, try clicking on the Rumble link that he posted, see if you can view it.
Huh. This video is restricted, private. Really?
Yeah,
Let
yeah.
me-
This one.
It's offline. This sort of thing.
Yeah.
Testing.
Oh, are you streaming it all this time?
Yeah.
Right? At least
I've
you're
been-
recording.
I've been streaming, so I don't understand how that is. No, see, I've got to go in and change those settings.
What?
I
Why do you have
just-
to do that for every stream?
I have. There we go. That's crazy. That just started too. So. yeah,
Okay, good. Now I can see it. Good.
that is.
See?
Glad you said something.
Yeah.
Okay,
Good
so
that we test this thing.
now
Good. All right.
let me come back here, get it put back on there, and there we go.
Yeah. Good. Good.
All right.
Good
So
now.
don't worry, everything is still recorded. Everything's still
It's
streamed.
okay.
It's
I
just-
mean, I think it's streaming. It's just not accessible, and so it should still be there.
Well, it's good to know that it was doing that because I've also added the Jitsi link on there. So if anybody wants to join, they can click on the Jitsi right there while the stream's going on. So I wonder how long it's been doing that.
For all your stream.
I don't know, man. Now,
So, I mean, you've been doing this with old John.
yeah, I mean he's been watching it too. So I don't.
I think it only started happening recently. 'Cause I was able to view your live streams.
Yeah.
This
So
sort
Yeah.
got 3 people watching. Does it count yourself as a viewer?
Yeah, it counts
Okay.
me. Now I've got the document that Mark had posted on there. So
Okay.
this is the updated Mindsdoc platform to reflect new update services.
Not bad.
So I can scroll down on it, I guess.
Yeah, there's nothing really in there. Just that one point.
Please review. Oh, that Mark Edworthy, he's back at it again.
Who said that?
Nobody, I did.
Okay, all right. I thought somebody in the mine staff commented that.
Okay, so what part? 5
Yeah,
hours
no.
ago. There
It's
we
not
go.
it. They're like it's the top of lines over the things.
But so Mark, you created this after the town hall?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, remember the Mindscope platform needed some work on it, and I know it hasn't been touched.
Mm-hmm.
I think that the staff will be one of the last things in the staff mind. After
Well,
all,
nobody has done this anyway, so
after all, we know that in the past the staff will do something and then ignore another part of that job, and then this
Kind of
was
I
gear.
I have only done this myself, but only on a test environment that I play around, not production.
Now, you guys want to explain a little bit what production means? Production
Uh,
system
yeah,
requirements
I
and
mean,
stuff.
production. So there are different environments, right? We have software, we have development environment where the developers set it up to do their developing their dev work with. That's one environment, and then the QA people, the testers, they set up their test environment and install configured mines on that to do their testing. And
Okay.
then and then production is when it's deployed for all users, for people to use.
Yeah.
Like if I were to take the code base of Minds, build it and deploy it into my own website, and let people log in and use the Mind as like a little social network of my own. It will have the Minds branding, but at least it'll run on my website. So that will be like a production.
Okay.
also remember that another stage in Einstein development, there's the canary mode as well. It's like part of production.
Okay.
Canary is like beta type of environment,
Yeah,
not
yeah,
production.
that's another
Yeah, I mean within the testing environment, you have alpha and beta.
Yeah.
Alpha testing environment is for like internal testing for people within the organization. They will
No,
test the features and stuff like that. And then beta is when it's being opened up to a wider community outside of the organization.
that's what Duguid was saying whenever he mentioned that he
yeah.
he wanted them to send him some stuff to work on, as experimental, but they haven't been sending any to him. So
Okay.
That is, yeah. I was going to say that's one definition of a release cycle. Not everybody go with that sort of thing because in some cases alpha might be considered as the first early release of a software.
Well, early release to me would be like a beta. But alpha is like it's totally, it's not like, it's half functional. There's most likely a lot of bugs in it.
Beta, it's very subjective because again,
Yeah.
I add the other criteria of release candidate, release candidate into that picture.
Yeah, release candidate, early release, to me it's like synonymous to the beta stage of the software development
In
cycle.
some people's views, the alpha is the sort of immediate first draft of a piece of software, and then beta is the actual development. So alpha, I see it a lot in sort of early release games situations where the developers or the production house will call this an alpha because it's a very early sort of development, very early draft of the software, and then it will then once they've got customers' feedback, users' feedbacks, and the bugs are being reviewed and stuff, then it goes into beta.
Yeah.
Now, do you notice that, like, after he started talking this stuff, he just automatically got amped up? Like, he did a complete turnaround. He's on fire now.
Yeah.
Look at that.
All sharp and alert right now.
Yeah, he was all tired and worn out, and now all of a sudden he's just burning it, dude. He's
Mark lives on tech stuff. He feeds on tech. That's his fuel. Anyway, okay.
you want to.
Anything else? I mean, I've mentioned what seems most attractive to me.
So I mean, what else was interesting that was even mentioned? You know what I mean? It's like I personally, I know they didn't even mention the stuff I'm interested in, so I'm not even gonna bring any of that up.
Well, what are the stuff you're interested in? The mines.
Monetization.
I think they did bring it up. Did you watch the stream?
No, I'm probably not gonna watch it. I mean, it's worthless information for me.
How do you know if they haven't bought?
That's right. Yeah, I mean,
Well,
if you're going to critique, if you're going to criticize it, then you should watch.
It's because it's just worthless information. I mean, it's like, why would you watch something to just torture yourself? You know what I'm saying? It's just insane. Like,
But how do you know unless you're going to watch it?
I just need $2.50, dude. That's all I need. You know, I need $2.50, and I get $100, and I can cash out and be done with it. And that's the only thing. It was like last night. Dan was on there, and he mentioned a comment in the what is that, Dolphin Help and Support, and
Canary, man.
or Canary, yeah, and. He put the ticket up there where what's his face made it.
That's the one that Mark logged.
You know, no, it was his ticket.
Yeah.
Though. He
Yeah, Mark
responded
logged
to
it.
He responded
Mark-
to it. You know.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Mark logged it, and the other Mark.
Yeah. And he turned around, man, and he starts talking crazy shit about having to wait a year before you can frickin' get your money back from monetization. You know what I mean? I'm like, that's just like a straight asshole, dude. I mean,
But no. Well, that's the. But did you see his response this morning?
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, he said he was looking into it, and he'll get back to you by the end of the week or next week.
It still doesn't.
This
take
is
away.
about
It
not
still
not.
doesn't take away about what he said on that ticket. You know what I mean? Okay, he
Well,
said it today.
He doesn't retract what he said up there. He's just saying, okay, this might not be something that they want to do in the system level, but they might be able to accommodate you with some other alternative solution.
Well, I mean,
I took his reply in the ticket to be more of a brainstorming sort of thing rather than an actual.
Yeah.
Actual, we will do this. Sort of
Yeah.
you know, well, I mean,
Well, he did say he promised to look into it.
you know, and the bad part about it was it's like this wasn't even just a conversation of me running my mouth, which I know I do, you know, but it was even freaking between Mark Ottman or Bill Ottman. Bill Ottman said he has no problem with it. You know what I mean? So this guy's arrogant.
Obviously, Bill Ottman doesn't have the final say.
I really think that's all they allow him to do is just sit down with a laptop in the conference room and play on his video games, and he's not allowed to do anything.
But that's a good thing he did. I mean, it might be the CEO, but he deferred the decision to the proper people. I mean, Ryan's the product manager, so he makes the call on that kind of stuff.
if Bill has a full understanding of the implications of these things, I've seen this before with Bill. He will state something and won't realise the full implications, and then has to backtrack because or not say anything, just forget about it. Either backtrack and forget about it, just because he does not know does not realise the full implications.
Makes sense.
So jump head first then into this without
Now,
thinking.
did they even mention the fact that like there's people who cross the threshold of $100 and still haven't gotten paid?
Yeah, I brought it up, and Bashy said, it's show her an example of somebody who has that problem. It might be an anomaly, and Astro Rod said that it might be a Stripe issue.
I mean, if she wants an example, tell her to go into the help and support. It's there.
It's because the Stripe issue that's not relevant. Mine's is provided the service, therefore it's mine's issue.
Right. Well, I mean, yeah, you're right, Mark. Stripe issue is a Minds issue. Yeah.
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 You know,
That's true.
It's and that whole thing with Bashy. I mean, all she has to do is go in there and help and support, and that's an example. I mean, that means that she's not even keeping tab on that stuff. You know, I mean,
well, maybe somebody else is in charge of help and support.
I don't know. I mean, it's like when you have help in there or ask for help, like, isn't that her job to respond to you and help you out with getting a ticket and stuff like that made?
Well, that's part of the Minds Town Hall today. They unviewed the new tool that they're using, like the chat tool they were using for help and support instead of the old ticketing system.
Yeah.
Well, kind of give a little bit more information on that if you can. I mean, that's actually sounds like good stuff to talk about right there.
Well, it's on the main site now. There's like the chat bubble at the bottom right corner of your of the page, right?
Yeah.
That gets you talking to some bot. So on the other side, that will probably lock an issue for you instead of you going into this, lock it.
I open it. I've noticed this every time I open it up. There's a simple statement saying, "We are away at the moment."
Yeah. We are away at the moment. I said, hey. Actually, I said, hey, one day, and then 3 days later, they heyed back. So they actually do respond.
That's their early development of the robot program that they want.
No, I think they're using some other tools, some third-party tool.
Actually, Bill came. I was discussing something with Bill several months ago now, and he invited me to be a member of this chat room, then be a moderator or something. But I said, well, yeah, that's a good idea considering what I'm already doing. But he hasn't come back to me since.
You need to tell them you need a paycheck. Okay, you're doing a lot of volunteer work, man. It's time to get paid. Like, honestly, out of everybody, you two need to freaking have a job because you're doing most of the freaking grunt work.
I don't want the job. I got my own full-time job.
Yeah. But I mean, it's like freaking. That's one thing. I can understand if you don't take it because like it's that volunteer shit's for the birds. It's like.
Actually, I chatted to Bill about this chat groups thing back in June. The start of June.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nothing's. No, it's November.
I mean, I like the platform and I do stuff in little bits and pieces here to help it, but but my subscription to the Plus thing there is part of it, and so I pitch in once in a while to help out with questions and a log tickets, just like Mark does, but only on my spare time.
I mean, that's the benefits of it, you know. But
Yeah.
that way you don't have to be obligated to crazy stuff.
The only reason I go into GitLab these days is to write up a new ticket or reply to a ticket or something. I don't. I use GitLab for other things, but not as much as I use it just for mind purposes.
That has to
Oh,
be a
you
nightmare.
use GitLab for your own things too, Mark?
Mainly just to catch up on tickets and information about different software.
Okay. Oh, okay.
See,
That's good.
That's what I was saying about Mark. I mean, he's probably the only person I know that goes into GitLab for entertainment purposes.
That is some sick idea of entertainment.
And it's just like there's nobody else I know who does that, at all.
Nobody else reads the terms and conditions of service for enjoyment either.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Most people watch TV, watch Netflix. I don't know, play cricket, play football. I look at
Right.
service for entertainment.
Sounds pretty.
God.
Sounds pretty gloomy, to be honest. No wonder you got all you got all your. It
He's
seems like you're
tongue-tied.
pulling your hair out every day.
Like he's starting to remind me of that one guy off of The Big Bang Theory. You know, what's his face? The one that sits at the edge of the couch and he freaking says nobody can sit in his spot. Have you ever watched The Big Bang Theory?
Hey.
He's like a brainiac. Instead of him wanting to go to the DMV to do the driver's test.
The Brainiac. The
Yeah.
Brainiac guy, isn't it Sheldon?
Yeah, Sheldon. Yeah.
Sheldon, right?
That's who it was. He the more I get to know Mark, the more I think of Sheldon for some reason. It just keeps clicking in.
Right.
Yeah, when it comes to that, that's the stuff that I've really noticed on that. And I'm like the message from last night, that was kind of weird when it comes to that. And I understand, that Mark or Bill Altman
Brian?
might not have been up to date on all that stuff, but still, I mean, that's pretty freaking crazy the way he responded like that.
She shouldn't be not being up to date with this. He's the CEO. Why
Yeah.
should he be up to date on these things?
Right. He's a
His
low
job.
level.
That's what
details.
I think. I think he's like remedial is what it is. Like he's too busy running around playing golf and stuff, and his brother is the one sitting there taking care of all the business. And now that it's interfering with his golf time, it's time to freaking start selling shares of it off to people who's willing to donate money. And if
you'll know that the social media industry isn't really overly profitable unless you add in third-party external advertisements. I mean, look at YouTube. YouTube has allegedly been losing money left, right, and centre for decades. Allegedly.
Well, they're honestly thinning the herd, though. That's why all this monetization limitations went in, and they've actually dropped down on it for some mysterious reason. You know what I mean? They're not making money, but for some reason they need to lower the subscriptions down to like 500 subscribers before you can make money on them for monetization. So from 10,000 they've dropped down to 500.
That's why you see YouTube have adding these ad blocker anti-advertising blocking mechanisms and increasing the premium services because because they realise that they need to make money.
Now that
Uh,
brings up a good topic right there too. What do you think about that, Tan? About
Wait, what?
YouTube is making it to where you can't watch their videos if you have ad blockers. So they're basically forcing you to discontinue with the ad blockers and watch videos.
yeah, I was reading something about this the other day. There's an argument, and it's hopefully
Wait.
it goes.
So you mean the YouTube videos that are playing, and then suddenly in after 5 minutes it
Oh,
shows
you
an
can,
ad?
yeah,
There
yeah,
are some tools that can block that.
You didn't know that?
yeah. Warden ad blocker, but there's an interesting situation going on at the moment, and I'm hoping they will go to court. In the EU, there's people arguing that um, by YouTube checking your machine for any ad blocking technology, they could be violating the EU EEA GDPR, General Data Protection Regulations,
Hmm.
because they are monitoring your machine without your consent.
Okay.
The scary part about that is too. I mean, that means they've also been doing it for a while now without your consent. Because I mean, they just don't
Okay.
automatically start doing it. So
This ad blocking thing has only been experimented since I think March this year, June this year.
Hmm.
Maybe.
Who creates? I mean, I've never used it. So it works well.
It can do. Yeah, you block it. All good.
let's see.
But
I
it's
have.
not like it's curious how it works, because this is the video stream that is being played, sent to your browser. It's not like a pop-up or anything that you can block.
I have a AdBlock Plus on my browser, and I've been using it for like 2-3 years now. I mean, that's one reason why my YouTube videos don't get very many views, because they cut back on the amount of views that you get if you're using ad blockers. And I had to make the choice. Either I wanted to have a lot of suspicious activity on my freaking profile because of these supposed advertisers and get more
Okay.
views, or use the ad blocker and get less views. So I went ahead and chose the ad blocker plus option. I mean, I just don't want to take the risk of people freaking having access to something just because I was watching an advertisement on YouTube. So
Hmm.
and people don't believe that happens, but it does. It happens all the time. You can sit and watch a freaking commercial on a YouTube channel, and all of a sudden you got stuff happening on your computer.
Okay.
But I can show it to you if you want to see it. I don't know if have you ever seen
Well,
AdBlocker Plus?
I have never seen ad blocker working on YouTube videos.
Here, I'll show it to you. Let me go ahead and give you a screen share real quick.
Okay.
So here we go. Let me switch it over to the thing so that it doesn't show that. And I'll click here. And you see this right here?
Okay. Wait,
Okay.
you're still on Rumble.
Okay, give me a second. Yeah, you see this option that's falling down to the side? Okay, let me see if I can go ahead and go to the website. Okay, you see up here, you can't even see my mouse, can you?
Wait, I'm still seeing your Rumble.
Yeah, that's I have it set up to where you can't see my mouse and stuff like that on my OBS. I was able to finally figure that out.
Wait. No, on the same window that you have the Rumble there,
Yeah.
open up a new tab and go to YouTube.
Oh, YouTube.
Yeah.
I've turned.
Wait. Are you talking about YouTube or Rumble? Or does that block work for both of them?
Up here on top. Right where my address is. You see all the,
Okay.
see up
Yes,
here?
I do.
See
Yes,
that
yes.
red dot right there?
Yes.
That red dot is ABP. That's Ad Blocker Plus.
Okay.
Okay. So it shows. No wonder I wasn't on live. It shows right here where the ad blocker is. When I click on that, can you see the drop down right there?
I see the pop up. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what you do. And then this website, rumble.com, I can turn this off or turn it back on.
Okay. Well, when you turn it on, how does it work? So Rumble's gonna play video for a few seconds, and then it's gonna play an ad. What does your ad blocker do? It fast forward to after the ad?
No, it plays straight through as if there's nothing wrong with the with the video. Like it's just completely taken out, and those numbers.
I see. So it keeps playing through and never gets to the ad.
Right, and the number right there that says 5 on it is the amount of ads that were blocked off of it.
Oh, that's cool.
That's how it works. I'm gonna end this screen share.
I mean, it's interesting, curious how it works underneath the cover.
Yeah.
And they keep feeding the incorrect data to the server, saying that I'm only been playing for 1 minute. Don't send me the block. Don't send me the ad.
Yeah.
Or is it something like that?
Every time I've used it, I mean, I've had a few issues where I had to refresh the ad blocker, but let me see here. Got to get back over here and go here. Yeah.
The other day when, or the other week when the ad blocking you blocked was stopping was stopped functioning from YouTube. This other tool actually rather than actually just skips the advert, it actually plays the advert, but only the first something like half a second worth of the advert.
Yeah. Now, for me, I use Ad Blocker Plus. Don't screw around with all that other stuff.
Do you pay for that?
You get it for free. If you want to pay for it, you can, and you can also. They call them donations. So,
I see.
But I've tried those other ones too, and they're just ridiculous. Like Oh, go ahead.
Do they have to update this plugin often? Because I mean, YouTube or Rumble is gonna be able to see how this guy work and work around it.
I hope the Rumble sees it as a stupid mistake that YouTube's making.
And again, this point of being able to view what's actually installed on your own browser or on your machine could be a violation of UEA law regulations. Could be.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
At least monitoring what you've got on your machine without your prior consent, because at the moment you can go into YouTube as an anonymous.
Yeah.
Without
they wouldn't
to the terms of services, and they still using this method to detect if those users are using some advertising blocking mechanism.
Right.
and because they've not agreed to the terms of services, that therefore YouTube hasn't um, um, received the consent. That could be a violation of EU, EEA, and possibly even Californian consumer protection rules.
Well, what about YouTube's terms of service? Is that when you use the service, you agree not to block their advertising?
Yeah.
You agree to use their frameworks and the services as is.
Yeah. No.
So arguably, if you block an advert, then you're not using the services as is, therefore a
Hmm.
violation of the terms of services.
Yes.
Now, you could see it like this. YouTube could easily just refuse services to providers in Europe and California. You know what I mean? And then everybody
Uh,
from those areas would end up having to use VPN and stuff like that. So,
Right.
and somebody forgets about YouTube. YouTube's got offices all over the world.
But I
Especially
don't understand how maybe I don't understand how they're detecting that you using ad blocker is violating GDPR.
because if they are monitoring what you've got on your machine, on your own device,
Maybe they're not doing that. Maybe they have their own way. You mean that their client can communicate to the server. This is
well,
YouTube client
both of
application.
both of you have to remember who owns YouTube.
Google.
YouTube
Okay.
LLC is a subsidiary of Google LLC, which is a subsidiary of Alphabet Inc.
Okay. Now, the other thing you got to also think about too is how far into bed are they with Microsoft? Because now Microsoft is
That's not relevant. That's not relevant when it comes to
Right.
already written laws, already implemented laws.
well, what about just installing Windows? I mean, has anybody gone over the agreements for just the installation of Windows onto your computer?
Yes,
What are you getting at? What are you getting at?
consent. Yeah, but in this case, you're giving them consent to do whatever you give them consent to do.
You know.
Well,
If,
see, when you're installing Windows, you have bought a license. You have bought a license to use Windows, right?
Hmm.
yeah, you bought and agreed to a license.
You bought and agreed to a service. Now, it's like a different. Is it any different to YouTube where you're using their service as a free?
If you've signed into the account, if you create a young Google YouTube account and then sign into that, and then accessing the content from the signed in account, yes, there's no difference. But
Mm,
if you let's say accessing the non-signed in
right,
publicly available YouTube,
right,
then we're doing this. You haven't agreed to any terms of services, therefore
right.
the violation, or it's a potential violation.
See, I've never
Yeah,
even thought about that
that's
because
a
it's
good
been
point.
so long since I've done it without signing in. But this
Yeah,
does, yeah, I get where he's coming from.
yeah. YouTube does allow you to view their videos without signing in,
Yeah,
unlike some other, like Rumble. Actually, Rumble you do the same thing without signing
yeah. You just can't comment and stuff like that. You have to have
in.
an
Yeah,
account to make a comment.
yeah.
But
Much like that's done recently.
I'm okay with them being able to view it without making comments because most people who make comments are just trolls and
So, so Mark's point about not being having to log into YouTube and then using ad blocker, it might be a valid GDPR violation. But then, has anybody taken up on them on it?
I
Challenged
read
them?
about a week ago, maybe 2 weeks ago now, that there is a complete that somebody wrote about it, and I believe that they've made a complaint to the EU data, or whatever the EU's information communication office, or information commissioner office, role is. Not sure what the EU calls it, but in the UK we call it the information commission office.
All right, well, guys, anything else in the town hall that you feel like talk about?
Just
I always like to try to review. As you know, I always create a post out of it anyway, out of the video anyway, and I always try to review the tunnel a second time. So I will watch it live as it's going, but usually I wait a day later, then release a post myself, and then we review the content. So I've got it a bit more fresh in my mind.
I still need $2.50, so you guys are gonna have to pull together and give some clout. Tell Bill Altman to send me $2.50 through my account so I can cash out. I need your help.
You should pay attention to the canary chat.
If I do that, I'm gonna start saying bad things about people, and
Oh, right. Well, you gotta refrain from
it's
the amount
hard.
of.
It's really hard. It's hard to do.
For an old man like you, like you used to be more tempered.
Yeah,
now.
I know.
It's not like you're 25 anymore. Right?
That's right. Hey, I'll tell you what. I know 25-year-olds who's still afraid of me, man. They're like, don't mess with him. He's a grumpy old man. But yeah,
I mean,
I sent me with the staff replied to you. I mean, spoken to you privately or communicated with you privately
No.
about what.
they don't. Talk
other
to
than
me.
Bashy.
They don't talk
Yeah.
to me. They've got me on mute. They don't want nothing to do with me. I called frickin' Ryan an asshole, and he never even responded to that, dude. Come on, you know what I'm saying?
But I mean, you call him an asshole. What do you expect him to say? You like start a cat fight with you? I mean, best response is silence in that situation, I would think.
Yeah, it just when I read that ticket, I was like, that's horrible. And it wasn't really even about me. It was about freaking what's his face, Ozoami or whatever his name is. He's on my. I follow him.
Ozamina.
Osamina. Yeah, I follow that person on mine, you know, and freaking. It's just his first time. I think he actually brought it up again. You know, and then hearing that ticket, I just responded.
This is why I don't like looking at or bringing in individual cases into public. If you ever notice, when I've been asked to refer something to a staff member or review a issue in relation to a specific account, I will I try to say as little as possible in public. I will refer it to a staff member and then leave it in their hands.
That's why you're the smart one.
It's not really my sort of place to actually say anything. I will review the issue, and if I agree that there's a problem with procedure or there's been a failure in procedure, then I will refer it to a staff member.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean that's the ticket the Mark created. So,
well, he did a good job on the ticket.
Generally, when it comes to specific individuals' cases, so let's say I've had people saying, "Well, this account of mine has been banned, and the staff are not replying to me." So what I will do is I'll create a screenshot of the discussion between me and that individual, and then refer that discussion to a staff member, and then that's my job done. I'm not interested in the outcome. I've just done my task.
Right.
It's good that you do stuff like that because we need Tron in place. He defends the server. Or the
What?
user.
No, man.
He's
He
the
defends
user.
the user.
Yeah. the user, not the server.
Whatever I believe is correct at the time.
Who said that? I can't believe that. Who said that?
There was let's say if there's an issue at mine's procedure, then I will comment on that. If there is an issue with a specific issue related to a user's own grievance that's got no real merit, I will criticise that as well.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Well, I want to be the first one to say I appreciate you for sitting in that freaking town hall meeting because that has got to be probably the worst thing you could do when it comes to.
But I mean, a lot of people in that town hall are pretty appreciative of what the Mind guys are doing. But
Yeah.
so
No, I mean just having to sit there while they go through all the technical stuff. I mean, I'm serious about that. I really give you, my thumbs up on that. That takes a lot because.
I personally encourage the staff to do these town hall meetings because back in 2018, 2019, they started on a couple. Actually, I think it could have been 2017. They started on number 2 or 3, gave up, and then we and a number of other community members created the Minds Community Open Source Initiative. And we try to have a meeting a public meeting once a month where we would invite a staff member or a couple of staff members into those meetings. Well, it wasn't actually every month. It was in the 3 years we were running, we had something like in the 2 years that we were running, we had something like 14 public meetings. But yeah, how we did those was to actually review content issues, review.
Oh, he got taken out. Poor guy.
Man, I think something's wrong with Jitsi today. I got kicked out a couple of times too.
Yeah, I know. It just keeps happening. Having those flares and stuff start up, so.
Flare? Cloud flare? I think Jitsi's having trouble today.
Yeah. Maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just wanted to let you know I was serious about that, man. I give you thumbs up. That's actually probably one of the hardest things to have to do is sit in one of those conferences because it could just as easily be sitting at a table putting up with that stuff. You know what I'm saying? That's horrible. I mean, really. Imagine being in a conference room.
How often do you have sort of board meetings in your place of work where you're just sitting around half the morning just listening and nodding your head? I've been quite a few of them in the past.
I have meetings every day, pretty often there, and most of them are online meetings. But people participate, they interact, I talk. It's not like it's not very often that I sit there for the whole hour and not say anything. So I know what you mean. I know what you mean.
I'd be falling asleep. Like everybody nudge me, wake up, Roger, wake up. He did it again. they'd have to make me SEO so that freaking they wouldn't have to, or CEO so that they wouldn't have to fire me. You know, put me up there where I can fall asleep.
No, technically the CEO can be fired in mines. Mines is
Yeah.
controlled by board of directors. And if they wish to fire the CEO, even though the CEO has got a directorship anyway,
I don't think any.
fired anyway.
I don't think the board of directors can have enough vote to vote out Bill. I think his
can
I
they?
think his dad is one of the directors.
Yeah, I was.
Is one of the directors.
Consider the makeup. Yeah,
I mean,
consider the makeup of the board of directors. It's not going to happen.
Not likely.
I mean, think about it though. Look at what happened, man. I mean, it's like Ryan came in and just kind of swooped down and put Bill Altman in his place. Said, "Whoa, we ain't gonna do that." Bill didn't even respond to it. You know what I mean? So maybe he has been voted out of office. They just let him sit there and look pretty for the audience. You know.
I don't know if you noticed, but when it comes to text-based communications, Bill's not the greatest.
Yeah.
Oh, it's just like Zuckerman, you know.
He's good at the spoken word thing, but when it comes to actual text messaging, yeah.
So he's basically Donald Trump.
I don't know. He's probably not even a fan.
Huh?
Everything got quiet when I said the name Donald Trump. You notice that nobody wanted to say nothing. It's like, oh
Did
no,
you not hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. But yeah, I think it would be beneficial if, you know, they would actually get together and come up with a game plan on what they want to do with this stuff, because like, it's, first of all, it's insane. Like, I don't understand how their money is supposed to be so great if freaking this many people are losing out on monetization, you know, because I'm gonna tell you right now, affiliate isn't gonna fill the bill. I mean,
yeah, that's why they're coming up with this network idea.
I would need to work the network idea. It's an old idea anyway. It's just been rehashed into something a bit more manageable, useful, appropriate even. But I would like to see some actual physical numbers in relation to these withdrawal issues.
mm-hmm.
Because at the moment it looks like it's just a couple community members, just only a handful of community members of that.
Yeah, it's Roger, and then there's one other guy there, and I thought I was reading somewhere in one of the rooms that some guy, was it Moose? No, it wasn't Moose. It was somebody else. It says they've already reached over the 100 mark, and they did not get anything. They did not get a payout.
Yeah, that's up farther. That's about a week ago. And
No, longer than that.
Yeah.
Okay,
But I just can't remember who said it.
I would need to know more about the case. But again, like I said, you're talking about 3 individuals coming out of what is claimed to be a 5 million user base social media platform.
Hmm. Yeah.
3 out of 5 million is good numbers, I would say. The situation.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
so this Cost Me tool seems like a bit buggy, or maybe that's the way they designed. But apparently, it blanks out your video if you're inactive after some time. It's
Yeah.
kind of not good.
They probably want you to buy
It's
But
like reset your share to blank screen.
now I have a screen share I can share with you on the conversation if you guys want to see it.
I don't know if you guys are still. I think Roger's still in there. I don't know. Oh, no, Mark is still in there. Roger's already left.
What are you talking about? Me?
What's the video?
Oh, I'm muted. Oh crap.
You're
Okay.
muted, man.
This whole time I was talking. No, I did a screen share for you. This is Astro Rod. He's the one you're talking about.
Oh, Astro Rod is the one that said it, and he's the one that said it in
Yeah.
Canary that it might be it might be issue with the Stripe.
Yeah. I can scroll down on that part, but I just wanted to bring it up.
Wait. Can you screenshot? Where does it say he's got over 100? Can you screenshot and put it in the chat, in your
Me.
chat room?
Yeah, I
Actually,
could.
Where
Well, that wasn't
Yeah.
actually what just to take an issue strike.
Now,
yeah. Yes.
Therefore, that's a bit meaningless because there's a suspicion of this speculation until we see some GitLab ticket or some confirmation from a staff member. That's just speculation.
Where, Roger? Where do you? I'm not seeing where he said he went over 100.
that conversation was a while back, though.
Yeah, there was no payout for December. So Astro Rod is the one that said it,
Yeah.
but he didn't name any name. Okay.
This individual
No.
has being critical of the withdrawal purposes on several previous occasions. They've had issues in
Okay. But then in the end, yesterday or this morning, he said it might be a Stripe.
against speculation.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
irrelevant of that, even if it is a Stripe issue, it's still a minds issue as far as.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then
Yeah. I mean, so we don't know the people had overreached the 100 mark. Otherwise, if it was us, we would lock a ticket.
and he also said that he invited a new user, and after 7 days free trial, the money wasn't debited, and attempts to do it again via the unlock button just opens up the Minds Plus post. And that was one that I didn't see right there, so
Sorry, say that again.
it's interesting. Now, Mark came in.
I totally lost what you were just saying.
With Astro Rod, I believe it was he said that he had crossed the threshold, and that was a while back. So the stuff that I'm bringing up right there was new stuff. And Ozomina or Ozomina, she's the one that, or he is, whichever one, is the
Could
one
be
who mentioned the new stuff. So now he said for some of y'all at the edge, I think there's something we can do that's easier / faster than changing the core threshold system.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. He said.
Now, see, that's the thing, though. Where does he come up with this idea that if he's only going to be doing referrals, anybody's ever going to make $100? I mean, it's insane to think that. All right, I was lucky enough out of freaking 2 years.
That is speculation. Just because it's hard doesn't mean it's not possible.
I mean, dude, I got one person to come on here off of referrals, okay? And like this Super Boost or Super Minds, nobody's ever sent me a Super Minds, man. What are you talking about? You know what I mean? That shit doesn't happen.
You never got a super mine? I got a couple.
I haven't gotten
I even got
one.
some. I even got some with the U.S. dollar.
See, you're lucky.
Yeah, I guess so. It's meaningless. like chump change.
Well, no, I mean, it all comes down to what I said when we first started Minds Roundtable. You know, I wanted you to start it up because people like Oriental people. You know, put an Oriental person on there, and people will send them money and stuff because they love Oriental people. It's
No,
just
man.
it's so true. Like the thumbnails I have on you, I put a thumbnail of you on the front of a video, man, and I get like 15 views from the get-go on the first day.
Oh, so you're just using me then? Huh?
No, I'd never say that.
Yeah, caught you there, man.
but no, I mean, there's a few issues that like they don't want to recognize. Like I don't get where they keep getting on these videos and saying, well, if they got freaking problems with Minds, they need to freaking come up with references. And, well, you know, if you go in and check your help support and read those tickets that are being sent to you, like in the last 2 weeks, do you realize how many tickets you guys have sent out?
Well, they had that stat. They reported it in the town hall.
You know, it was insane. Every time I turn around, there was a notification on Minds Canary this week. Every time I turn around.
That's not a ticket, so that's just.
That's not a ticket.
Yeah.
So I've said my piece.
This month so far, I've been fairly quiet with GitLab. I've only with today's tickets, I've only released 2 tickets so far this month.
That's because everybody's getting ignored. You know.
No, I always this why GitLab tickets, public GitLab tickets. I always write about things that are generally write about things that affect the platform rather than my specific account. So that can be viewed by anybody.
I mean, if you want, I could actually post that ticket that you made out and let them see the response that Ryan had for it. If you guys want to do that before we get off here, because I'm sure.
Yeah.
It's just one of many tickets I've created.
Yeah. I don't know if there's any point. I mean, not a technical thing that we should talk on.
I mean, if you want
Tech talk.
some juicy tickets.
Well, today is a big day when it comes to Minds, though. So it's not like we're not doing something important, you know. I mean, this roundtable, it was a big deal because it's something that rotates around Minds.com, you know. So we've done everybody else, so why not do something on Minds? Let people know what's going on here, you know, stuff like that.
Wait. Today's not roundtable.
Well, today was. This morning, wasn't it?
Oh,
the town hall, you mean?
Oh, town hall, yeah. Sorry.
Yeah, roundtable is our thing.
Yeah, sorry.
But you can sell it. You can sell it to Minds for millions of dollars. That's not there.
But they did the town hall today, so it's not like we didn't, you know, do something good and bring it up. It was.
Mm-hmm.
We're probably the first ones to even talk about it, so that's kind of cool. Probably the only ones that will talk about it, to be honest.
Anything else jump out on you? I mean, this is to help you do your write-up too, Mark. Right? Anything else jump up on you?
I presume you've seen my previous meeting posts. That I've released. It's just this video reference to their video and just a small brief description at the start.
Oh no, who just got dropped again?
See.
Oh, Mark.
That's the man trying to hold him down.
Good.
He's back. It's the man.
Jitsi, man. It's Jitsi using Cloudflare.
Mm-hmm. Clout flare. So, you want to finish up on what you were saying there? I know it was important.
Totally lost my thread.
Yeah.
Well, I was just asking you what else jumped out in your mind about today's town hall, and you saying about in the past your write-ups have been short, brief.
Yeah, nothing really jumps out at me at the moment. Like I said, I want to re-review the video, which I'll do
Mm.
tomorrow anyway.
All right.
But because of the situation of it being live, it's quite often difficult to get your thoughts together during whilst it's going out live. So it's always I always find it useful to re-review the content afterwards.
Yeah.
Well,
Any
I trust your feedback on that. So whenever you write those reports out, remember to try to be as precise as you can. Because
Yeah,
I mean,
I tend to.
I'd listen to what you have to write about rather than listen to these guys. I mean, I'm sorry, but I just don't trust a word that comes out of their mouth.
it sounds like Rogers want a Cole's Notes version of the.
No, I mean
You
seriously.
might
I
have to
mean,
write a longer write-up this time than the previous past.
I trust Mark's input more than I do the rest of them. I mean, and I used to joke about Bill Altman, but it's getting to the point now where I'm finally figuring out he's not the big dog. He's not the one calling the shots. It's Ryan. Ryan's the big dog. He's the one.
I think you might be mistaken there.
You don't think it's Ryan?
I mean, Bill Bill controls the company, but he lets people like give free reins to people in making decisions. That's good.
I
I think that's a mark of a good leader.
don't.
You don't control everything everybody else does.
I just don't believe it. Sorry. It's like, I just don't. I think that, like, Ryan is the secret overlord who says,
And he's only been working for Mines for 2 years now, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Compared to Mines, to Bill, generally speaking, they've got a pretty good team underneath them. Bill's got a pretty good, as man, it's a pretty good team. Especially when I create GitLab tickets and and then one staff member might come up in with some advice, and another staff member may provide further information. And in some tickets, we can have an interesting discussion about the purpose of a service or purpose of a function, if that function needs improving. So it's not always Bill taking the.
Sorry.
Yeah, it's not always the case that Bill takes the lead in these things. He will refer these discussions to other more experienced people.
So
Yeah.
So you mean when you say experience, you're talking about like Ryan's more experienced than Bill?
Yeah, I'm talking about, let's say, in some circumstances. Yeah, I'm talking about development situations where Ben may have a sound development idea in reply to a ticket I've created, and Bill may have a slightly different idea on this.
Yeah.
Some of his staff may have a different idea on this. Again, I've discussed a lot of ideas with various staff members in private as well. So yeah, as like any sort of team, you get people with different ideas, and it's good that mine's just got this sort of, I don't know, almost democratic, idea, sort of concept.
Well, I'm glad that.
Well, Roger, you want to have a quick view of their network thing? Maybe you can use it.
What? What do you mean
Go
now?
go
Yeah, go
go go,
ahead.
go back to Cosme. I'm gonna play that second.
Okay. Go back to. Go back to what?
Cosme.
Oh, okay. Cosme.
Is it playing for you?
Hold
Should
on a
be
minute.
playing.
Hold on a minute. I've got to get back on the right spot, so it's. Alright, here we go. Okay, so I'm here.
Okay, is it playing for you? I'm
It's-
playing it at the section where he's demonstrating the network thing.
Okay.
Okay, fast forward a little bit.
How you all were asking, like, is this a revenue stream? And Jack answered that a little bit there, but I guess to dive in a little bit more, yes, this will be sort of like a paid subscription product for businesses.
He did say it's a paid
and
subscription.
there's a couple of different tiers, so like have a couple of different like levels of customers we have in mind. Some of them are like media companies, and where we expect their usage to be pretty high, and it really does come down to how much usage there is, because that's what ends up costing us. But we'll also have in mind sort of a product. Okay, thanks for pulling this up, Jack. This is our networks page. These are like our different tiers.
Are you playing it
one
on
of like
the
the
stream as
entry
well,
level
Roger?
tiers. We call
Yeah.
it
Please-
team,
please
but
show.
really could be even also an individual. So if
Yeah,
you
I'm
just
playing
wanted to publish on the decentralized social web, you wanted to have your own identity. You wanted to show up as, let's say, if I wanted to show up as Ryan at
So this
Ryan.com
they're talking
or
about
something
these
like that as
subscription
my
levels
identity,
for
my
network,
address
right?
on the decentralized social web. I
Right.
could just spin up
Yeah.
a small team size that would be plenty to support me.
Did you
and publish
catch
from
the
that.
beginning of that though? He
Yeah,
says
and
it's
that's
for-
why. So this is pretty similar to what
Okay, let's
we.
pause it. Which one are you talking about?
He said this is set up for businesses. So,
Yeah.
Actually, you can look at it in two different ways.
Right.
He's talking about the enterprise level thing. So if you wanted to host it on a server that is provided by Minds, and with the infrastructure provided by Minds, it's how much it's suggesting there, or how much it's going to be. But you can also self-host it yourself, which is
Right.
yeah.
being a source product. You can self-host it, and then you take control of all the infrastructure.
If you don't mind, just telling people.
Yeah, this thing is going.
Obviously, you get less support from. I don't know if they're going to be what sort of support contracts they are going to allow with the enterprise thing. But being an open source project anyway with GitLab facilities, if let's say me or you then decide to self-host it and we come up with a problem, we can always create GitLab tickets anyway.
Yeah.
Right.
And see,
There might be-
the thing is I just
might
want
be-
$2.50, to get my money back, and after that,
Yeah.
I
This-
mean, and it doesn't matter about other people giving me money, okay? What it comes down to is the fact that they owe me $2.50. Not the people that watch my videos or you or anybody else. They owe me $2.
Again, I think it's unwise. It's unwise for us to comment on that because that's a internal issue between you, the customer.
Exactly.
Finds the
Exactly. But I'm
Well,
still
so
I'm still
they-
saying that's the reason why I have an issue with that, you know. And then like they want you to go and pay for more service where you're going to end up dealing with stuff like that again. Okay? And it's okay for people to send you money and it goes straight into your Stripe account. That's fine. Okay, I understand that whole concept. But this is monetization money that they owe me and they don't want to pay me. Just like with the people who freaking have crossed the $100 threshold and still haven't gotten their money. You know, what's the deal with that? Why is it they don't want to pay their debts? Instead, they want to come up with ways to where they don't have to pay
that should
people.
be a private conversation. That should be
Yeah.
a private conversation between you and them on that specific
Yeah,
case.
I mean, it's a good question. You know,
Usually,
I mean, it's a good
He
question.
can't. They won't let you get near them now, Roger.
You know, and that's what it is. It's shut everybody down who talks about it. Nobody is getting responses, whatever. It's just ignore them.
I've
Well, I mean, the Astro guy that said went over. It's his prerogative to complain to.
You know.
yeah, if you believe that there is a failure in procedure or if they violated the terms of service agreement, then I suggest that you speak to them. Failing that, and if you want to push it further,
This is
then
pretty similar
a
to
legal representative. Yeah, speak to a legal representative.
Mm-hmm. I ain't doing that for $97.
Sorry,
Are you going to leave further comment on that one, really?
sorry. Go ahead.
All right, we're
I fat
waiting.
fingered the click.
Go ahead and do it. Hit play.
Sorry.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Okay. So I mean, it's just that's pretty much it. Other than that, you know, they talk about that, and then they went to that support stuff where they reported the case. Oh, yeah, I wanted to see what they said they switched over to. Okay, here we go. Zendesk was switched over with what is it? Cute chat? What
What?
do they call it?
Cute.
Chat Woot. Chat Woot
Chat
is
Woot.
what they are switching over in terms of handling support requests.
Oh yeah.
The Zendesk thing is actually quite interesting, actually. I think it was something like 2 years ago. Bill came to me asking me if there was any support, open source support projects that would be useful for the requirements. So I mentioned there were quite a few, which he sort of slightly disagreed with me on, because he was looking at it in a very narrow sort of viewpoint of my view. I asked them to create a list of functionalities that they would be looking for, and then that was the last I heard about the support, the new support platform. And
Looks like they decided to go with Chatwood.
Until about 5 months later, when they released Zendesk project.
Yeah.
Zendesk live.
Mm-hmm.
So I think
Yeah.
there was limited full thoughts about.
if you don't mind, just telling people.
Sorry, I'm just gonna go back.
Yeah.
Sorry. Okay. No. Okay, so I mean, so you had some suggestion, and then, but in the end, they went with Chatwood.
no, what I suggested was to them was they create a list at the time. I create a list of what functionality they were looking for, and then come back to me, because Bill just came to me and said, "Do you know of any open source supports trouble ticket bug ticketing platforms?" And I could think of quite a few. And a lot of them revolve around full-blown customer relationship management systems. But I believe that he was looking at the. He didn't at the time. He didn't really think about what they were looking for, and he was looking at the issue of the sort of facilities from a very sort of narrow perspective.
Okay.
Okay.
Didn't really think about what they wanted. I mean, it's like
Hey Roger, here's a suggestion. Why don't you pop up that chat box and make a complaint or ask a question about your $28?
I've mentioned it before.
yeah.
I assume you haven't used it,
I've actually sent in a ticket saying that.
Roger. Are you out?
Yeah, no, I'm. Oh,
You muted.
I keep muting. Sorry,
Yeah.
but yeah, I've actually brought it up before. I mean, it was brought up a while back. You know.
Have you created any Zendesk?
Right.
Yeah, I've done one ticket and no response. So I've.
How did you create the ticket?
And that was about 3 months ago. But right around the time when no, it was whenever it wasn't 3 months ago. It was right after the monetization thing
Right.
started
It was
happening.
September.
Yeah, it was.
September,
October.
Was it October? Yeah.
No, I think it was September 21, wasn't it?
It was right there at the time, you know, and it was like I sent one thing in the support thing too for a weird thing that happened yesterday. They gave me $2 and they took it off of my account, dropped me back down. I was right at like $99.60 something cents. And then they dropped it back down to $97.65. So.
Well, in that case, I would suggest if you follow up your last ticket or create a new ticket, asking why this happened.
I really don't want to have anything to do with money when it comes to mines again. You know what I mean? If I actually can get my money from them, that's fine. But if I can't, then I just don't want to do anything money related with this platform anymore. Just to be honest, I mean.
I would still suggest that you follow up your previous ticket anyway.
You know, my Mines Plus will end in September, I think it is, of next year, or somewhere around there. Isn't it a year or 6 months?
Yeah.
It's a year. Yeah.
Yeah.
And after that, that'll be the end of Mines Plus. So, I mean, that's basically the way it is. And the reason why I need to do that is because, you know, I can't be freaking running around acting like a crazy man over stupid shit. And that's really what this will turn me into if I let it. I'm not going to participate in that kind of craziness. So,
I wonder when they start this network, if somebody paid to get their own network, would they be able to add a member to their own network?
But that comes out of your pocket, right?
Without the member having to pay mine to join, right?
Now that comes out of your own pocket, right? Like they give you the network, but everything else.
Yeah, no, you have to pay. You have to pay for this. It'll be like a new subscription that you have to pay, Probably like a
I mean,
500 bucks.
everything like the maintenance and setting it up, and then
No, they will take care of that for you. Everything
Yeah,
will be like a one click.
as long
So,
as as long as you go down the enterprise route, then yeah, they'll pay for everything. But if you um, go for the self-hosting um, point, then obviously that's down to you to deal with your needs.
right.
so
I don't know if they will offer the self-hosting. I think first thing they will do is that cloud.
But
yeah.
well, they've been providing self-hosting ever since mine became a thing. It's part of their open source remit.
Well, yeah. So I mean now, you can do that now without that network.
Yeah.
Now they're just putting a price tag on it, basically.
No, but now they're just
Okay.
offering cloud hosting with a simple one click simple
Oh.
setup.
So you get cloud hosting, and then what's after that? I mean, is there in between? Like, that you said there was a few tiers, right? Like, what's after the
Yeah,
basic? Now that was $50 right there, wasn't it?
$50 a month. Yeah,
And then $50 a month. Wow.
month. Yeah.
They better they better offer more when it comes to freaking revenue than what they've been offering, because that's a lot of money.
Yeah.
And they don't really have the clout to support that. Like, it takes freaking me almost 6 months to get $100 off of busting my ass.
According to the one of the statements on one of the slides or somewhere I saw just now, it suggests that Minds Pro will be dropped at some point in the next couple
Being
of
replaced with that.
years. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, I doubt that's
Sure.
even going to be good, because they don't really have the pool. Like, I mean, people on mines do not. I mean, dude, I was doing freaking 9 posts a day, all right, for 6 months straight, and my subscribers went up to like 405. That was
Okay.
it. You know what I'm saying? And that's within a year of 6 months of doing that, and then still posting one video every single day up to this point. I haven't missed. Well, in the last month, I've stopped. So, being fair there, but up to that point, there was a video posted every day. So I covered at least 8 months.
You say your videos posted every day. How have you marketed that content, and have you added extra text to those posts?
I've done all that. I've actually, dude.
I mean, as an example, Bill loves to talk about Boost as being the major sort of marketing
Yeah.
method on mines. But I've always said if you can put your posts in relevant groups as well.
They don't offer anything to that. Right now, you got a gallery. That's what you do.
Yeah, but I don't know if you've seen some of my posts. If they're relevant to the Minds platform itself, I will stick in the Minds user. I will replicate the post in the Minds user group and the Minds community open source initiative.
If you remember correctly, just until here recently, you couldn't freaking post Minds Plus stuff on your groups. Now you could switch it over and share it into the group after you make the Minds Plus post, and
Jack made an interesting point today, which I thought about before. He was talking about that Minds Plus is a good way of gaining attention, but if you want wide coverage of the user base, it may not Minds Plus post might not be clickable because there's a paywall.
Mm-hmm.
So if you want all users to be able to see your content, then Mind Plus is not a good solution for that.
Well, the weird part about it is I keep hearing everybody say that you get more views in the regular platform, but I'm not seeing that in my analytics. I actually lost like 83% of views because I've been posting on regular platform compared to what I got when I was doing Minds Plus.
Again, this needs a much more rigid sort of formulaic study done. Just because you've gained some views on one post and not gained the views on another post doesn't mean that because one's plus and one's minus, that may not have any relevance to it.
Well, I mean, what's changed? I stopped posting on Minds Plus.
The content,
It's the same stuff.
method of you marketing it, the wording that you added,
It's the same stuff, man.
all kinds of things.
I mean,
Always the same
all these
stuff.
streams right here that I've been doing right here, while I've been doing them, every single one of my gaming videos have been posting. Up until about maybe 2 weeks ago, there's been a stream or a post that was made with uploads every day, okay, on Minds Plus.
Every time you post a video, do you add context-based content to it?
I put the name in it and I freaking do the tags.
A description?
No, I don't do that.
No.
Most people that get that big money on here don't do that either. They don't even have a name on their posts.
If you notice, for all of my posts, I always create a title, I always create descriptions, and generally speaking, I always add extra references to the content.
But I put the name on there. I put the name and I tag it with SEO and stuff. But that's mandatory. So
maybe come up with some creative descriptions for each post. Improves it.
I've gone through all that before. I mean, you know, everybody's big about saying that, but it seems funny that whenever I don't do that and I post shit on YouTube, my channel doesn't get blocked or kicked.
Yeah.
I don't even have a copyright infringement, okay? Yet, freaking, you turn around and you look at
if you don't mind,
Jaffe.
just telling people that this is going on.
You know, you look at Jaffe and his stuff is getting kicked off these platforms.
I see in the news feed all the time posts that just contain an image or a video, nothing more, no text in it. And if you keep on scrolling for the news feed and you see 50 of these non-descriptive posts, video or image content, so what is the incentive of me clicking on that?
It's because freaking you're interested. I mean, I've got to make a pretty little freaking description of what it is that I'm posting so that you'll become interested. I mean, it's got a thumbnail sitting there right in front of your face. Okay, look at it. You know, it's just like they're sitting there talking about copying and pasting stuff. Okay, I do a daily, or I used to do a daily reading.
Post an image. If you don't post an image alone, then that's not good for accessibility. What if you are posting?
I don't post videos or images because that's just memes and spam. And see, that's just wasting my time. A lot of people get away with that. Like they can get on Minds and all they do all day long is just post nothing but memes, and they post nothing but freaking AI freaking pictures and shit like that, and they get the views. But then
sometimes I might have a 15-minute video that I want to create a post out of, but I might spend the next 30, 40, 50, an hour just come up with a description for it.
You know,
Any references?
yeah. And I know that a lot of people believe that stuff, but like you've got a lot of more important shit to do when it comes to videos than sitting there trying to make a description out for every single video you got. It's the truth, man.
I'd say it's just as important. It's just as important.
You know, I'll put my schedule on there on some places, but I'm not. Let them know when I'm posting and stuff.
Being able to market your content prior to the user clicking on the video is just as important as actually clicking on the video.
I put a lot of time in my editing, okay? If people don't want to watch my video because I don't have pretty words written in the description and they don't want to see an edited video, then that's on them. I mean, I really don't want them watching my stuff if they're that kind of a person, you know what I'm saying? Because I've been working my butt off in the last freaking year to just make good content,
you know. Have any questions?
So
in the world of in the retail world, there's no such as a.
I'm doing pretty good on views, just so you know. I mean, it's my views. I had Moose look at my views whenever I was sharing on there, and he said, "Hell, you're doing better than I am."
Although I'm not a great big channel, I'm not very tech-minded. I just want to write blogs and talk with people. So everything you're saying sounds pretty awesome, but I don't understand half of it. What are we doing for the average person like me? By we, I mean, what are y'all doing for the average person like me to help us grow our channel or utilize minds more efficiently for bloggers like myself that have nothing to do with all this mumbo jumbo that makes no sense?
Well, I mean,
yeah, I saw your question earlier too, pretty specifically about blogging and like using metadata and showing up in search. Was that kind of what was top of mind?
All right, guys, it's coming up to the hour.
I noticed if I Google one of my blogs, it won't show up. Brave or anything else, like so there's no way to drive traffic to mines externally through blogging or anything like that.
Just for that thing.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, when it comes to the content and everything, there's just some things that I have learned, and like he's sitting there talking about quality and stuff like that or Jack is, on his thing, and what's he determining as quality? You know what I'm saying? Like,
yes.
He's not really elaborating on that too much. You know what I mean? Is he thinking that freaking people who take pictures all day and freaking create UI photos, is that quality to him?
That would be my argument. Is quality about somebody who's actually spent hours researching the subject matter, or is quality just a snappy, quick image?
I mean, I really don't know what he's referring to when he says quality content. I mean, that would be the one thing that I'd really like to know, and he doesn't.
Quality is a subjective term.
So
quality can mean different things to different people.
Oh, Tan's over there experimenting.
Nah, I'm just playing.
So we are coming to the end of the hour. You want to get some sleep, Mark?
Definitely.
Yeah.
I've been up for something else now.
You need some sleep. And
I think you too.
I'm done. I should have been asleep a long time ago. Today was a weird day. It was a really weird day. So.
Let's talk about it tomorrow.
Yeah.
I wanted to ask you about that. What went down with you and Carmen? But
yeah.
Maybe.
Well, needless to say, I'm shutting down some of my streams, and as well as shutting down some of my streams, I will not be having a co-host.
Mm,
So,
right. Right.
you know, the
Uh,
history thing, I've said it on my streams before, but when I do history, I want history. I don't want to hear about the freaking lost island of freaking Atlanta or Atlantis, and stuff like that. I want it to pertain to Atlantis, and that's it. That's what it is. So, I'd
all right.
rather,
Let's,
stuff like that.
I have.
So,
I want to call you on some of the stuff that you talked about, but let's do it.
another time.
Yeah, tomorrow in the round table where anything goes, but today is just tech stuff.
TikTok. Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, I was just going to say, as the host, you should be taking control. You should be taking.
That's what I'm
that's
doing.
right.
That's
That's right.
that's what I'm doing, and it's getting taken care of right now. So, um, it's been getting out of hand for a while, so it's gotta come to an end.
All right. Let's both of you get some sleep, and we regroup tomorrow.
Okay, I will see you guys
Ye-
later.
Okay.
Bye.
Okay.
See you guys.
Yeah, there we go.